I think we've always been kind of on a cutting edge from a technology standpoint for our inside office as well as our field office. Back 20 some years ago, we created truly one of the first software as a service systems in the industry prior to ServiceTitan, or definitely before ServiceTitan has gotten to where it's gotten to now. So it's always been something that we've been looking forward to do. We're trying to create efficiencies, and we're trying to maximize our customers, our calls, and really our employees' time. So we see it moving forward. It's going to be only nothing but growth. A couple of the folks that we're currently utilizing that we've really seen exponential impact is obviously with Rilla first. And so Rilla, we got on board with Rilla last October, coming out of Super Meeting. We heard a lot of great things about it. We kind of slow rolled it out at the beginning just to kind of gain some momentum with the folks that are on our team, and rolled it out with just a certain set of plumbers. Then as time came by and as evidence came that we were able to show real world stuff to our techs, we've now adopted all 30 some of our plumbing technicians. I've got my 16 HVAC technicians that are getting on board, as well as my HVAC sales team. And we've seen anywhere from 14 to 17% increase from a conversion percentage year over year, and average sale, right, has gone up over 12%. So super happy with where those numbers are, and we're just at the beginning of it. And the best part about Rilla itself is it's innovating. It's not staying stagnant. It is innovating and continuing to grow, which is only gonna make us better. So really excited about the next piece that they're coming out with. I don't want to give too much stuff away, but my service manager is actually on their advisory board, so we're kind of privy to some of the things that might be coming down in the future. So pretty excited about that. Avoca is another one that we just started using probably about 3 months ago, and it is impacted my call center from the standpoint of abandoned calls are gone at this point. So if anybody's familiar with ServiceTitan and those abandoned calls on there, there's nothing worse than having marketing dollars actually work, but then you not being able to get to it. So Avoca's been able to use their agent and allow us to get access into that, and they're booking directly into ServiceTitan, which has, it saved a tremendous amount of time for us. ProBooks, we just started with ProBooks about 3 weeks ago, and encouraged at the beginning. To be 100% honest, I think we kind of fumbled that implementation. And as I stood up in front of my technicians that we rolled it out to, which was our plumbers, I took the ownership on that. We should have had a much better rollout relative to my dispatchers, because they had the exact feeling that everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, but there's a large portion of society that believes that AI is going to take people's jobs. And I understand it, and just like one of the gentlemen spoke this morning, it will take jobs potentially, but it's creating others, right? And when we have great people at our company, so nobody's going to be going because of AI. They just might go to a different capacity that's going to raise their limit. So we're super excited about it. So the hope for us is, again, continuation of just making sure that our processes are being followed, our customers are being taken care of, and that's Rilla, right? Of course, at the end of the day, we want to maximize the calls, which is what Rilla is going to potentially do for us, or continue to do for us. All the agents that we're able to use, whether it's Avoca, we've got some automation pieces that I'm really excited about, that's going to be able to take our permitting process and take people out of it. It's going to use AI as well as automation and machine learning, really, and it's going to reduce that level of overhead. And I've already got that person who does my permitting 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year. I already have her new job description ready, and I'm super excited to roll that out.
So AI, I think, is a complete game changer for this industry for several reasons. But AI in the past was something that only large enterprises, Fortune 500 companies, could really afford to use. And I think we're in a very interesting point in time where, for the first time in history, this technology is now much more available, and I think it's a complete game changer for the home services and industries like the home services. In particular, in home services, obviously, Avoca, that's what we're all about, what we're really focused on. but I think AI is completely changing the game at every step of the equation in terms of being an excellent home service company. So starting from the top with Avoca, right, being able to take calls the right way across all the different means, like being able to close leads effectively across every channel at the highest booking rate possible. That's where Avoca is. Then you have ProBook in the next layer, which is changing the game of dispatching, being able to use AI to optimize, right call, right tech, and optimize profits on the dispatching layer. And then finally, our friends over at Rilla, right across here, are taking AI in the field and is helping companies close deals and do better work in the field than ever before. So really, at all stages of the game, AI is changing how we work in the home services, and I think that will only continue. And so, yeah, it's a very exciting point in time in the history of AI right now. Yeah, I love My Plumber Plus. We've been working with them for several months now with Jason and company, and so we've helped them in a variety of dimensions, but primarily in making their call answering top notch. And what I mean by that is before they were using us, they were using another I think a local answering service that had a lot of issues in terms of oftentimes messing up saying their name, messing up in the way that they delivered the tonality, and even during peak seasons, answering times. It would take sometimes 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes to even pick up the phone. And so across all those dimensions, we're able to be consistent, pick up the call on the first ring 24/7, handle 10 calls at the same time. And our AI is equipped with the top selling principles so that we have a considerably higher closing rate in terms of leads to book jobs than any answering service they've used before.
AI can either make you more money or save you time. And AI for the home service business can actually do both. By making decisions in a data-driven way and using historical data to make better business decisions, that's how you enable better sales. In our case, we're very dispatch focused, and so using historical data to get text to the right calls helps you sell more, it helps your text turn over more leads. Now on the time saving side, AI can automate tasks that were previously mundane human manual items. And so that's the other side of the equation. Beyond making data-driven decisions, doing it in an automated way that saves money, saves time, ultimately saves you money because there's tasks that would ordinarily take a person, several hours a day to do can get done in a much shorter time span. And so it's really about data-driven decisions equals more sales or cost optimization, and then saving time helps, also cost optimization. So ProBook is the AI dispatching platform for service titans. So what that means is we use historical data to send your text to the right calls. We'll actually reshuffle your dispatch board in real time, and we're a Chrome extension, which means we overlay right on top of your dispatch board, and you don't actually have to leave your service titan dispatch board to use us. So you stay right in service titan, and you get text to the right calls. But we still keep dispatchers engaged because they're working through our Chrome extension and verifying every single call. We actually force them to touch every call to make sure that the parameters we're reading are right. So we get text to the right calls, we do that automatically, which helps increase top line. It helps save time on the dispatcher side, and it ultimately makes dispatching more customer service focused because you don't have to worry about logistics and you can really get text to the right calls. So we've been live with My Plumber Plus for about 2 weeks now, and they have a lot of plumbing techs. They also have HVAC, they have drain techs, and so with that many techs, there's a lot of historical data there to digest, and it's very difficult for human dispatchers to be able to digest every single tech's performance at every job type while still maintaining high quality customer service. So we actually came on site to launch them in person. We had a very high touch experience, and now their dispatch board is on autopilot. We're getting text to the right calls, and we're still working through the data with Phil on the My Plumber side, but it is looking good as far as doing our ultimate goals of helping on the sales side and helping save time. So putting their dispatching on autopilot while getting text to the right calls is the real way we're helping and impacting My Plumber.
what's really funny about this is that HVAC, plumbing, electrician, contractors are probably the first early adopters that are getting AI into real business applications. And the reason for this is that there's a lot of new money in the space. There's a lot of private equity coming in. There's a lot of contractors who have become really successful over the past decade, especially COVID accelerated a lot of these different things. And home services is probably one of the hottest industries in the world right now. Literally, it's people like me, like Sebastian, Rilla, and Tyson from Avoca, and George from ProBook, and Shelby from Conduit, super smart people. These are people from Stanford, MIT, University of Pennsylvania. The smartest people in the world are literally building AI applications for home service contractors because of how hot this industry is. And so the way that it's revolutionizing the trades, it's like you could literally think of any application in AI in your business, whether it's marketing, a call center, whether it's lead generation, whether it's sales, whether it's doing the manual J calculation, like literally every business process that you have as a home service contractor today will be touched by AI if it's not already. So literally in every single way, it's affecting home services. So Rilla, we're the leading virtual ride-along software for the home services industry. So what that means is when technicians, comfort advisors, when they go out and talk to homeowners in the home, we record their conversations on the Rilla mobile app. And then we use AI to automatically transcribe, analyze, and give them feedback to help them improve their sales and to help their managers, their coaches as we call them, do virtual ride-alongs that are 100 times faster, better, and more productive. And so contractors that use Rilla, it's essentially, we call it like, you have a sport, you have a coach, and imagine how difficult it would be to coach people if you're not on the field to actually coach your players. We put the coach on the field. The real question is, how has Rilla helped Sylvia Nestaris, the training manager at My Plumber Plus, help My Plumber Plus? Because all that Rilla does is it allows coaches like Sylvia to ride with every single technician every single day. So before Rilla, Sylvia used to do the most that she could do was like 3-4 ride-alongs a day. And Sylvia's a badass. She's like doing way better than like 99% of service managers, sales managers out there. They don't even do ride-alongs. So like you ask them, how many ride-alongs do you do? It's like, oh, not enough of that. Sylvia was going out there just every day, like making sure she was on top of her techs. But at most, she was able to get 3 to 4 ride-alongs a day. With Rilla now, she does 35 ride-alongs a day, every single day. Her average is like about 450 a month, which is insane. Think about that. You go from like 4 ride-alongs to like 450. That's like 100 times improvement, consistently, where you can now coach every single one of your techs all the time. And because she's able to coach so much by being on the field, because before she had no visibility, she had no idea. Now she's actually able to be with them in every single call, and the results just have improved massively. So average ticket improved by 17%, conversion rate 20%, and the results just keep piling on. And more than anything, I think Sylvia would tell you that it's just the ability that's given her to be closer with her team and be able to support them in every single day before, and instead of just having to support them once a month when she was able to get the time to do it. So that's, we didn't help My Plumber Plus, Sylvia helped My Plumber Plus, and we were just a little part of that. So yeah, contractors like My Plumber Plus, they were one of the very early adopters on Rilla, and there's a lot. You could have the best product in the world. You have the best product in the world. That's the easiest to use. It has the most awesome technology, great AI. It's still going to require you as a business to build your business around the new technology. So there's going to be friction in implementation. There's going to be learning that you're going to have to do as a business owner, as a manager, as somebody working as a contractor. You're going to have to learn how to implement this new technology, no matter how good it is. And so early adopters like My Plumber Plus, they've already had a year to figure this all out. So by the time you get on it, you're not just behind because you're not on it. You're going to be behind because of all the learnings that you're going to have to do to catch up to early adopters like My Plumber Plus. Because, and I know most people are wary of being the early adopters with new technologies because there's new technologies go wrong all the time. But with AI, really, as a contractor, you don't want to miss out on that because it's like missing out on SEO back in the late 2000s. Even worse, I would say, because AI is going to be a more transformational technology. So if you don't want to stay behind, it's like you should better catch up soon. So.